Good afternoon, everybody. I was trying to make a video earlier when I first started my run for the day, but I got surrounded by a whole bunch of idiots, so I had to stop and like really focus on what was going on. It was crazy what people were getting away with. Yeah. It looks like we're about to go through an angry little cloud here. So the weather's probably going to get a little bit bad. But that's actually the subject of the topic that I want to talk about. It kind of came from an observation from last night. Right now we're on I-40, Arizona, going eastbound. And as you can see, we're starting to have like a little bit of a snow flurry here. I know I've said this before, it doesn't actually get snow. We should see a pretty big temperature drop off here in a second. It was 41, it's 39 now. They'll probably go down like another 5 degrees or so. The observation that I was making last night was how different people deal with certain weather situations like this. So last night I was trying to get through, and we had like an actual snowstorm, not a flurry like this. This is nothing. We will get through this in probably no time at all. But we had an actual snowstorm where the snow had actually covered up the road and whatnot. Now, to me, being from the north, it was just another day. I mean, it was, the stuff that we were dealing with was like really mushy, and therefore wasn't really too much of an issue to get through. I was doing like 45 or 50 in it. The problem was I caught up with what I call the conga line. It was so one of the big things that I see in pretty much every like hazardous weather situation is that people have a tendency to bunch up. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's a blizzard, it doesn't matter if it's really harsh rain or like a dust storm. The first thing that I always see people do is bunch up. That is actually the opposite of what you are supposed to do. It is the exact opposite. When you get into a situation like that, you kind of want to claim your own piece of road, and and stay away from everybody. That way, if you slip and you jackknife, the issue is only you. In my case, I had eventually been enveloped by this huge group. So I mean, I had a truck, like 10 feet in front of me. I had one practically off my door. I had somebody tailgating. If any one of us had slipped and gone to jackknife, bam, you just took out like the whole crowd. And the second problem that I was having, I decided to pull off and just shut down, because these people were so timid in this situation You know, pretty much anyone south of Colorado really can't handle snow. That's why they stay down here. But they got so timid that we were all doing like 15 miles per hour. Now, I didn't really want to spend like 3 hours getting up to at least Williams in Arizona, which was only like 50 miles away from me. So I decided instead of dealing with all that traffic, I decided just to pull off for the night, call it quits, and fire up in the morning and take off when the roads are better. Really, that's what all of those people should have been doing. You know, if they were that scared with the snow, just get off the road, stop. There's nothing saying that you have to push through it. Looks like I'm gonna have a little bit of a bunch up here. So yeah, right now we have these few random storms coming through. These are really nothing. You know, I've been through like 3 or 4 of them now. That was my auto brake on the cruise control. I forgot I still had that going. That actually led to a couple of other problems, and I did get some footage from the first time that I was trying to make a video. For the people who pulled off, they weren't even doing that right. A lot of people just simply parked on the shoulder and said that's it. I am done. It's actually like a really bad idea, because again, if somebody's coming through and they start sliding, they are going to wipe out the side of your vehicle. We've all have seen a lot of pictures like that, where you just see like the entire side of a trailer just carved open like a sardine can. And the issue, which I'll see if I can separate from the rest of my video, was actually at the top of a hill. And there were 3 lanes. Trucks can use the to right. We had a FedEx, a double like this ABF. I'm still having a bomb here. Why is this guy only doing 60? And we had a flatbed that was kind of like this guy, except he had like a more retard beam. Right now we're all stuck. And every time I tried to make a video, and the flatbed was in the right lane. We had like a ACV with a boat in the left, and they were all side by side. Next thing you know, the flatbed was like suddenly moving over into FedEx. FedEx was trying to avoid being hit, so he's moving over into the left, and he's almost taking out the SUV. and the reason why they all had to do that was because there was two trucks that had decided to pull over onto the shoulder from the storm last night. The only problem is that they didn't fully pull over onto the shoulder because you couldn't see where the lines were, and that's part of why that's a bad idea, just to pull off in that manner. Okay, I went and found a actual truck stop. Well, truck stop. It was a gas station with some truck parking, which was already getting filled up. You know, by the time I got on down there. Luckily, I found me a nice little corner next to a house mover. The guy was actually doing the same thing as me. You know, he realized that it was going to be a waste of time to deal with the traffic on the road, so I decided to save his hours and just shut down. You know, it just wasn't worth it. You know, and the thing is I don't like to bunch up as it is. You know, this guy in front of me, he's only like 3 seconds right now, if that. It's probably even 2. You know, and this is in okay conditions. You know, there's no real issues with the road or anything. I should be able to stop relatively quickly if needed. But you know, when you get into a bad situation like last night, you know, the road has wet snow, possible ice. You know, you should be slowing down for the conditions, just not to a ridiculous level. And 2, you should be, you know, spacing yourself out. You know, I'm gonna back away from this guy. He just really can't get ahead of me. Okay, Albuquerque 187. So right now, I'm kind of running into part 2 of an issue. That place I stopped at, that was in Ash Fork, Arizona. Now, my driver manager wants to get me back to Dallas to finally get the Qualcomm fixed. You know, they're going to put in one of the new systems, and so the goal today is to get from Ash Fork to Amarillo. I looked on the map that said 660 miles. That should be possible. You know, I'm going at full speed. I should have a pretty good job or I should have a pretty good time of getting there. I haven't had too much of a problem with weather. The problem is that I'm currently having, though, is I just took a look at my weather page not too long ago, and it looks like Santa Rosa, which is east of Albuquerque, is having a bit of a windstorm, and they're showing 40-mile-per-hour gusts. Now, that's an issue with me because I only have like 9,300 pounds on this truck. There's 4 pallets. So all that weight is up front. I have an empty trailer in the back. I'm actually dealing with wind right now, but it's going in the same direction to me, so it's actually helping me out. You know, it's just kind of pushing me along. And I was looking at Albuquerque because I'm gonna stop there for my 30, and I'll check the map again. We'll figure out what's going on. You know, it's I'm guessing it's a storm, kind of like what we're seeing here, just with a bit more force, and it might be passing through. Hopefully, in like 3 hours. Maybe it will have moved on. If I can get past Santa Rosa and get into Texas, I should be in the clear. This is why I hate wind. Wind is my nemesis. But yeah, I will probably be dealing with a bunch of these flurries throughout the day. As you saw from that last one, it's really nothing. Just drive on through them and just keep on going. Yeah, you know, the biggest thing that I generally tell a lot of newer drivers is just, you know, drive in conditions that you were comfortable with. You know, if like a whole bunch of factors start adding up that you don't like, just stop for the night. Take a break, get going again. You know, by the time that you wake up, a lot of those conditions may have changed. So, in my case, last night, I was dealing with bad weather, night driving, and a lot of traffic. Those are three things I don't really like having together. So, I shut down, I took a break, I woke up, the weather was gone, it was daytime, traffic was cleared up. Problem solved. I came by like 4 days ago, these guys pulled me in. I guess apparently I forgot to pin on my new IFTA stickers. They were in the book, so I didn't get fined or anything. So yeah, that's the lesson of the day. I say this a lot. I probably should have filmed what was going on last night while it was happening. I never think about that, you know. I always find myself in these situations where I can actually show what's going on, and I just don't think about it. You know, I think part of it is probably just because I'm just focused on actually dealing with what's going on. Turn my air down a little bit, man. It's getting warm in here. It's only 36 outside. But it keeps feeling, you know, it feels like it's like 80 inside this truck. This guy's gonna build up the left lane. think we'll call that for the video. Maybe later on when I'm in Albuquerque, I will make like a little addition to, you know, as to what I was talking about. You know, show some of the web pages that I go to. Check and see how conditions are, you know. But I'll go ahead and call it quits here, and I'll talk to you guys later.